In the educational system, technology is considered to be a valuable tool. When asked about it, 4 future teachers gave us something to think about. These are their stories. A smartboard is a whiteboard that uses computer technology. As a math teacher, I would constantly be using the smartboard in all of my lessons. You can use it as a general whiteboard in order to display examples and write out information for the students, as well as use its computer technology in order to display information in a more organized fashion. You can display programs such as Excel, which would be great for organizing and displaying graphs, to running review programs that come with Smartboard, as well as downloading review programs in order to display it on the screen. The Smartboard does come with programs itself. It comes with programs and lesson plans for every subject. This would be helpful in math because its review programs come with technology that incorporates using the Smartboard to answer the questions. So the students would actually be getting involved. They would have to go up to the Smartboard in order to answer the questions, and that way it would be in front of the class, everyone would get involved, and they would all be learning at the same time. With almost unlimited possibilities, the Smartboard is a great technology to have in any classroom. It would make teaching easier because it would get students more actively involved as well as entertain them. This would help students focus more on the subject at hand rather than looking at the clock to see what time class ends. And as a math teacher, any tool you can use to help make teaching math more entertaining for students is one worth having. Okay, that's it.
All technology is useful in the classroom, but I personally enjoy using the Texas Instrument Inspire calculators. With these calculators, say I just taught a really tough lesson on integrals and calculus, and I want to know if my students understood the material that I just taught. With the Inspire calculators, I can create a really quick quiz on my computer, the main computer, and send out all that information, all the quizzes and everything, to the students. And they can take the quiz right there on their calculator. And after that, they just press submit, and all the information will be sent back to me, and from there I can collect all of that information and decide if the students are doing well or not. Also, with the Inspire calculators, I could send out a poll asking the students certain questions, asking whether or not they understood the material, if they would like me to spend more time teaching material, and anything like that. It's just really useful. And also, the Inspire calculators, they have 2 different sets of keyboards that you can insert. And this way, the students can take notes in class while they can put graphs in that they were doing on their calculator and calculations, and they can do that right on their calculator, so it's all organized, and they don't have to try to figure out the graph on their paper. So personally, yes, all technology is useful, but I really enjoy the Texas Instrument Inspire and think it would be really beneficial in my math class.
There are so many great technologies that can be implemented into the classroom in order to help the education process. One of the technologies I'm really looking forward to using in my class is wikis. Wikis are a group web page that can be edited and changed by multiple users. In my ideal classroom setting, I'd create a class wiki. With a class wiki, students can post their work as well as communicate with other students outside the classroom about upcoming lessons or reviewing for tests and whatnot. Parents and other school faculty can also be updated on what's going on in the classroom by browsing our wiki and viewing their children's work as well as upcoming lessons and activities that's planned for the students. As a teacher, I could also post my notes from the wiki so that students could review them or the night after or the day before a test just to get a better grasp on the concept. They can also communicate with each other about tests and whatnot. In some extreme cases with hard lessons, I could even post a podcast in which would appeal to auditory learners as well as visual learners so that the students could also get the full classroom effect even if they're not there for a sick day, for example. A certain class project could also be for the students to maintain the wiki, where they can update it and maintain and contribute to anything that the website may need. One example could be creating a PowerPoint to post on the wiki. This would not only help them master the technologies of creating PowerPoint or using the wiki, it would also help out classmates that may need that kind of study guide, as well as help them master like math concepts that the PowerPoint would be about. It's one of the most useful technologies I think in the classroom, and I'm really looking forward to using it.
In this day and age, students are exposed to many different types of technology. So the students are already knowledgeable and interactive with technology before they ever enter the classroom. So in my classroom, I believe that technology will only be working on the strengths of the students. And being a math teacher, there is many different ways that I could use technology to exemplify ideas to students. An example of a technology that I would use every day would be the TI graphing calculators. There are many different applications to the programs that the TI graphing calculator can use. The programs are either preloaded on the calculator, or they can be downloaded or created for almost any calculation-based problem students can come across. The biggest feature about the calculators are that they can be used to visually show the students how a particular function that they program in behaves, so they may find things like the x and y intercepts, asymptotes, or even the maximum or minimum points. For the students to be able to input a function and watch how it behaves and see where the information they calculated comes from is a great way for them to learn and understand what they are doing because of the visual verification. A specific example for them to be used in my classroom would be during a lesson exploring exponential functions. We could use them to map out how carbon decays in organic matter and how fast or slow the process is. The graphing calculator will be able to show the students how carbon reacts over time given their entered function.